Okay, so in our previous lecture, we ended at how to find the current in a electrical circuit using the Norton's theorem. The Norton's theorem. All right. So next time, I want to look at our next method of electrical analysis, which is superposition. What? Which is superposition method. Superposition method. So this method is when we would actually short circuit one source. When I say source here, I mean an active element. So it can be voltage, it can be dry cell, it can be whatever. So we will short circuit one of them each by one, each by one. So if we have three particular sources, we would short circuit each particular source one after the other. So if we short circuit the first source, then we would use the second source to find the current that will flow through the circuit. Then later on, we would short circuit the second source. Then we will let the first source now operate. Then we will also find the current passing through the electrical circuit by the help of this first source. Then after that, we would either add the two currents or subtract the two currents, depending on the question. Depending on the question. So now I will not waste much time. I will just come here. This is the example that I'm going to consider. Example 2 point what? 2.1. So with this example, we can see that we have two sources. We have two sources. 32 volts and what? 20 volts. So with this, let me first short circuit the first source, which is the 32 voltage source here. So what I will do is I'm trying to find the current that is generated when I should do it. When I should short circuit this particular 32 voltage. So what I will do is, okay, so let me wait for now. So what I'm coming to do is I'm coming to draw the new circuit, how it will look like. Then this will come here. Then I'll have this. So here will be 2 ohms, as it is there in the question. Here will be 8 ohms. Here will be 4 ohms. Then here will be 20 volts. So I've short circuit the 32 volt. So now what I will do is I'll find the total resistance in this circuit as a result of me short circuiting this. So as a matter of fact, if this 32 voltage source which I have short circuited should have been there, then current will flow from there, then reach this particular node, it will separate. So it means these two resistance here, they are in what? Parallel. They are in parallel. So 8 is in parallel with 4. 8 is in parallel with 4. So if you want to find the net resistance here, it will be 1 over the net is equals to 1 over 8 plus 1 out of 4. You know this already. Or the simple process, the net resistance of two resistors in parallel is the product of the two resistances over the sum of the two resistances. But you can also do it this way. So if you should do it this way, the LCM will be 8. the LCM will be 8. Then at the end of the day, if you do everything well, you should end up with 32 out of 12. Then the net resistance will be what? 8 out of 3 ohms. Is that all? No. This is the net resistance for these two what? For these two resistors. And you will see that the current was coming from here. So since I have found the net resistance of these two, this net resistance of these two will now be in series with the 2 ohms here. Are you okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find the total. So what I found was the net resistance between these two resistors which are in parallel. So now the total resistance in the circuit is equals to 2 ohms plus 8 out of 3 ohms. So simply because this 2 ohms is in series with the net resistance of this 8 and 4. So I'll get 14 out of 3 what ohms as my final what answer. So now that I've found the total resistance in this circuit, which is 14 out of 3, I can find the total what current, because I have the total voltage which is acting now, which is the 20 watts, the 20 volts, which is the one acting now. The one acting now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that since I short circuited the 32 voltage, now the current that will be flowing through the circuit will be the current produced by the 20 volts. You see how simple it is. So this current is equals to voltage that is being used over the total what resistance. So the voltage is 20 volts. Then the total resistance, I had 14 out of what 3. So this will get me 60 out of 14, the law of reciprocity. Then at the end of the day, 30 out of 7, which is something like uh 4 point what 2 amperes. So that will be the current caused by the 20 volts, or current caused by 32. Okay, so I short circuited the 32 volts. I short circuited the 32 volts. So what it means is I am trying to if I short circuit the 32 volts, the current will come from this side. No, no, no. So let's continue with this. All right. I thought I was doing for the 20-volt short circuit. So I short circuited the 32 volts. So what it means is this one is the one causing it. So current will flow from here. Then I'm very sorry about that. Sometimes we are stressed up. Are you okay? Yes, because I was actually doing a course before I came to meet you guys. I've been doing like multi multi-dimensional courses. So with this, I short circuited. I'm repeating again. I short circuited the 32 volts. So now current is being caused by this 20 volts. Are we okay? So what happens is that current will flow from this 20 volts. When it gets here, it will split. So it means this 2 and 8, they are parallel because current was split. Then the net resistance of these two will be in series with this 4 ohms. So now let me find the net equivalent of these 2 ohms and 8 ohms in parallel. So you know it will be product of the two resistors, their resistances out of their sum. So it will be 16 out of 10. This is 1.6 ohms. This 1.6 will be in series to 4 ohms, which implies that the total resistance in the circuit when I should short circuit when I should short circuit 32 volts will be 16 on 10 ohms, which is 1.6 plus 4, and that is nothing more than 5.6 ohms. So the total resistance here, RT, is 5.6 ohms. I'm sorry I confused you. I thought I was doing for the 20 volt short circuit, but I short circuited the 32 volts. So it's the 20, it is the 20 volts which is active. So now I have this. So now that I have the resistor, total resistance, I can find the total current. And this total current still will be the current that is produced by the 20 volts. So it will be denoted as I20. And that will be the voltage, which is the 20 volts here, over the net resistance. So it will be 20 out of 5.6. 5.6 is the same as 56 over 10. 200 out of 56. 4 goes here 50. Comes here how much? 14. Are you good? 2 goes here 25. Comes here 7. So the current I get is 25 out of 7 amperes for the 20 volts acting, when 20 volts is acting. Then I will do the second scenario if uh, the 32 volts should act now. So if the 32 volts should act now, that's what I'll be getting. 32 volts is here. Then I'll have this. So should this be here? No, I'll short circuit it because I said the 32 volts is now acting. So you see, I've done the right thing. Sorry. So now I have 2 ohms, 32 volts, 8 ohms, 4 ohms. So with this, current will flow from this 32 volts. This was the first one I was doing. So when it gets here, it will split. But let me do it again for the benefit of doubt. All right. So these two are in parallel. 8 ohms is in parallel with 4 ohms. So their net equivalent resistance will be 8 times 4 over 8 plus 4. And the net resistance will be 32 out of 12. 32 out of 12 is 8 out of what? 3. 8 out of 3 ohms. This 8 out of 3 ohms I have calculated will now be in series. So this and this parallel is in series with the 2 ohms. So it means 8 out of 3 ohms, which is coming from the net resistance of this, plus 2 ohms will be the total resistance, RT. So RT will be 14 out of 3 ohms. And I'm sure that's what I had in the first scenario, the one that I did otherwise. So now total resistance is 14 out of 3 ohms. So it means that if I want the current which is caused by the 32 volts acting, it will be the voltage, which is the 32 volts, over the total current, which is 32 out of 14 out of 3. So this should give you 96 over 14. 2 goes here 48, comes here 7. So I have 48 out of 7 as my current caused by the 32 volt acting. So it is 48 out of 7 because it was 96 over 14 amperes. Now the question was saying battery A in figure 2.27 has an EMF of 32 volts and an internal resistance of 2 ohms. So this is battery A. This is the voltage source, internal resistance. And that of battery B is 20. So this is B, 20 volts against 4 ohms internal resistance respectively. The two batteries are connected in parallel across, of course they are in parallel because the current coming from 20 volts, current coming from 32 volt, they meet to make the current passing through this to their parallel. They are not the same. Current here is not the same as this. Calculate the current applied by the battery B. So we are interested in the battery B. Battery B. So how can we do that? If you want the current in battery B, it will be the current the battery B was able to produce by the 20 volts minus that produced by the 32 volts. So if you want current in battery B, it will be the current battery B should only produce when it was acting minus that of the 32 volts when it was acting. So if you should do that, you get I20 minus I32. You have I20 as 25 over 7 minus I32 48 over 7. This will be negative amperes. Are we okay? Yes. So let me check. 16, 32 out of 12. 32 out of 12 is 8 out of 3. Series 52, 14 out of 3. So that's the resistance total. 14 out of 3 is here. Then if we want current, it is voltage 32 over 14 out of 3. 96 over 14, 48 over 7. Is that what they had for the current? 48 over 7. And if we should do 25 over 7 minus 48 over 7, here is 48. So the answer is wrong. That's why you need to follow the lecture video. So this minus this should give you this. So that's the answer for the current produced by the battery B. If you want current produced by battery A, it will be the I32 because that was the battery A's voltage source minus I what 20. So in that case, it will be 48 over 7 minus 25 over 7. And you know this is not commutative. So the answer you get is minus of that. So 23 over 7 minus of that. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this. I will come away again with delta star transformation. Then we say uh, goodbye to applied electricity. Are we okay? All right. Bye.